Hey, geographers. Today we're going to dive into what might be the most complicated classification system in physical geography, soil classifications. So imagine trying to categorize something as dynamic and variable as soil. It's like trying to organize a constantly changing living system. Each handful of soil tells a unique story of geology, climate, and biological processes. The United States, however, has developed the most comprehensive soil classification system. It's like a sophisticated detective system for understanding soils organized around observable characteristics. So we have key diagnostic horizons. Two critical diagnostic horizons help us distinguish different soil types. One, the subsurface horizon, essentially the A horizon or combined OA horizon. And think of this as the top layer where most biological activity happens. The second is the edion, equivalent to the B horizon, the layer beneath the surface where minerals accumulate. It's like the basement of our soil house. Now, get ready for this. There are 12 soil horizons recognized worldwide. In the United States alone, we have 50 suborders. That's an incredible level of detail. So mapping these is a challenge. This is where things get very challenging. So mapping soil is like creating a complex puzzle. Large scale maps can show incredibly intricate soil patterns. Smaller scale maps can only provide generalized abstractions of typical soil conditions. So, for example, a detailed soil map of a single farm might show dozens of micro variations, while a continent-wide map would show broad generalized soil types. And just for a review on large scale versus small scale, in this comparison, the detailed soil map of a single farm would be considered the large scale, while the continent-wide would be considered the small scale. Okay, now why does this matter? Well, understanding soil classification isn't just academic, it's critical for agriculture, environmental management, climate research, land use planning. So imagine a farmer trying to understand why one part of their field grows crops differently from another. Soil classification provides those answers. Now, a fun analogy, think of soil classification like a massive family tree. Just as we classify living organisms, we're classifying the living, breathing systems of soil. Each order, each suborder is like a branch in this incredible tree of geological diversity. Soil classification might seem complicated, but it's really a fascinating way of understanding the incredible complexity beneath our feet. Every inch of soil tells a story, and scientists have developed an entire language to read that story. So, next time you're outside, or next time you might go wine tasting, think about the different soils that play a role in making that agriculture, or making that wine. Winemakers really pay attention to soil categorization. They have to know where, for example, where on a slope different characteristics go into the grapes. What is the pH soil? So winemakers pay a huge attention to soil composition, okay, and the categorization of different soils. And again, soil will be different from one slope to another, or from the top of the slope to the bottom of the slope. So keep these things in mind as you go about your life thinking about soil composition and soil categorization. Until next time.